All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly, Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believer, Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And I was just sitting here thinking about this thing that we are in is humbling, being brought down to this lower state. Because when you know the truth, you recognize that we are the Israelites. We supposed to be on top. The heathen is not supposed to be ruling over us. And the humbling thing about that is that it's nothing that you can do about it until the Lord, turn the thing right side up. Because right now, because of sin, because we went against our Father. So now we under curses. And, when I walk around, I always say this, the Lord blessed me to be very observant. Our people still, it's not humbled enough. Our people, are still lost. Our people don't care about our situation long as, things don't directly affect them. They think they are in a good case. But no matter what, we will always be in a bad case until the kingdom of heaven come, because our number one enemy, who the earth is given into his hands, that says enough. We are behind enemy lines. If you're an Israelite, you are behind enemy lines. Now his horns are showing, and now everybody is behind enemy lines, So I want to start off with this. So it says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High." So the creature, which comes from the word creation, all right, man, everybody is waiting for the elect to be risen up, as in ruling the world. And everybody is suffering but as the scripture says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And until that time, everybody's going to suffer. The scripture says in Isaiah 57:21, "There is no peace unto the wicked, saith the Most High." So as long as the wicked ruling, there would never be peace. So we are in a very, very humbling situation. And the Lord put us in this situation, because look at the next scripture. "For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly," because we all in the lot. All right. The Lord had put everybody in their position, and they didn't get a chance to choose their position. I always make these examples, especially when I read this scripture. To be born on the earth, you didn't have a say so. What you look like, you ain't have a say so. Who your parents are, you didn't have a say so. What your status going to be, you didn't have a say so. Okay? Rich, poor, whatever. Sick, healthy, handsome, ugly, tall, short, fat, skinny, you didn't have a say so. We are all creatures made subjected to vanity, which shows his power, which should make you be like, you know what? I want to serve. I want to praise my maker, because he could take you out at any time. He could put you in any situation that he want at any time. So this is very humbling. "For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly," because you ain't have a choice in the matter, "but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope." So this is the whole purpose. This is why it's humbling. He put you in this very low estate just for he could show his mercy. Okay? Now imagine that. The Lord had mercy upon who he had mercy on. Matter of fact, let's get that. We are the ones for the time being, because it's all about enduring to the end. But we are the ones for the time being that have received the mercy. So it says, for he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So as then is not him that willeth nor him that runneth, but the Most High that showeth mercy. So being, if we are part of the elect and we endure to the end, we was chose before the world began. That's in Ephesians 1:4. Now imagine that. So it don't matter how much work you do. Talk about if you a prophet, no matter how many videos you do, how righteous you think that you are. This scripture says that there's nothing that you can do to make yourself the elect. You have to be chosen. Okay. Do that mean, first of all, and the beautiful thing about this too is that if you are part of the elect, you're going to do enough to be chosen, because the Lord got the spirit on you, you know. And within the body, you're going to have people who do more than others. You know, you're going to have people who are more wise than others. You're going to have people who have more faith. When you go into 1 Corinthians 12, it gives you the characteristics of the body, and everybody got different gifts, but it all comes, you know, it all come together as one in Yahweh Shah's body. But yeah, so that's very humbling. Now, if you are a man who are very diligent, that's the spirit that the Lord bless you with. So you can't even say to the Lord, hey, Lord, I do this, I did that. Ain't no I in the matter. It's he, okay? He blessed you. The scripture says, if a man think he is something when he is nothing, he deceiveth his own self. That's in Galatians 6:3. Okay? So it's all about the Lord who showed mercies, and that's humbling, because there's nothing that you can do to make yourself the elect. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose I have raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So going back to being subjected to shame and hope, you have the other side. The Lord do all of this too, because the Lord is about to magnify his name. So at the time we was in actual Egypt, now we in spiritual Egypt, you know, Pharaoh was the man, just like the modern day Pharaoh is the man, Esau, Edom. And guess what? His name was all in the earth. His name was all in the world. Because what happened? What made Pharaoh great? It was a time of a great famine where you had Joseph. He gathered, you know, all the food for 7 years. Okay. Because the Lord told him to do that. And that's what made Joseph great. And guess what? Since Pharaoh had all the resources, and then look what's happening now, nothing new under the sun. Esau, Edom got all the resources. Everybody gonna have to go to him, right? So guess what? Everybody had to go to Pharaoh. So everybody knew who Pharaoh was. Pharaoh was the man. Pharaoh was the king of the earth. And guess what? The Lord brought him down by his wonders, by his power, to the point that the nations recognize, oh, this is the seed that the Lord have blessed. Can't mess with the Israelites. That's what's about to happen again. Sadly, not sadly, but only the elect is going to make it this time, you know? So, but the point is that all of this is humbling. The Lord is about to declare his name in the earth. We are in a very low estate that he can show his mercy. Because remember, the Lord made everything double. And as it says, therefore, he have mercy on whom he have mercy on, and whom he hardened. So that's the people who don't get the truth, the ones who have hardened. Okay. And the Lord is still merciful, because guess what? If you're an Israelite, you're still going to be in the kingdom. There's just status in the kingdom. You got the 144,000, the large multitude. And then you got the 2/3 who's going to die on this side, but come back as children in the kingdom. That's what I'm trying to avoid. That's what you should be trying to avoid. No matter if you're an Israelite or not, I want to be the first fruits. I don't want to be no nutsack Israelite. Okay. So all of this is humbling, you know, and I think about this all the time, because let's go back. This is the situation that we are in. It says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. See, This is what we're seeking for, liberty. We don't have no liberty, because liberty is really freedom. While we are in this flesh, we will never have liberty, because you always worrying, is you doing enough? Is you pleasing the Lord? You know, you still got wicked thoughts. You still in this wicked flesh. You know, you're not perfect. You still go off. So we never have liberty. I made a video, and it's one of my favorite videos. I did it, I don't know, a couple years ago, but it was really like a spiritual rant. And I was just talking about just being free. Just being free. We don't know what that's like. Because, like, real quick, I think that's in Proverbs 14. You can't even have fun. Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful. And at the end of that, mirth is heaviness. So you can't have a time where you laughing. You may have a good time, but it's back to reality real quick. All right? You still in hell. You still got to go to work. You still got to worry about vexation. Spirit still attacking you. Like I said, so the Lord is merciful. He'll give you a moment where you can laugh, enjoy yourself, maybe listen to some music, maybe sip a little bit. But at the end of it's back to reality. It's back to hell. So, verse 22, for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together unto now. So everybody is suffering. Okay. You got all these celebrities who sold their soul, but imagine walking around knowing the things that you do and have done to get to where you at. That's a guilty conscience right there. You know you ain't right. That's why they always under the influence of something. This is why because the spotlight is on, because the Lord said that everything that the secret should be made manifest. So we at the end. So now the spotlight is on the celebrities. You know all the shame that they have. So everybody, and then on top of that, as I say in Revelation 11:18, this is the man who destroyed the earth. He destroyed the atmosphere. He destroyed the ocean. He destroyed the earth, the soil. All right. The food is polluted. The water is polluted. So the Lord said he's going to have to shorten the days. And if he didn't shorten the days, there'd be no flesh saved. That's how bad the situation that we are in. And I quoted Matthew 24, 21, and 22. For the elect's sake, he said he's going to shorten the days. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it's going to get. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits, which we hope to be a part of the Spirit, even we ourselves groans within ourselves. That's our spirit groaning to the Lord, waiting for the adoption to with the redemption of our body, being changed, being out of these everlasting chains of darkness, which is this flesh. All right. Being changed in a twinkling of an eye, putting off corruption, putting on incorruption, putting off mortality and putting on immortality. That's the Lord said that he was going to bless us with. Okay. That's what we're looking forward to. And guess what? When that happened, we never have to worry about nothing again, because we're going to be perfect. So sin bringeth death, sin bringeth affliction, mourning, suffering. Okay. We will never be able to do that again. And guess what? After the nations serve their captivity, they're going to be able to rejoice. Esau, Edom have no form of mercy. Hebrews 12:17. Okay. You're going to be destroyed. Read Obadiah verse 18. Okay. 1:18. That's your end. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why do he yet hope for? This what takes faith. But if we hope for that we see not, then we do with patience wait for it. Okay. And the Lord, he's merciful. So he give us a spirit to endure. So I'm going to end it on this. Hopefully it was edifying. This is my thoughts with the scripture. So it says, for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, talk about this flesh, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. That's what uphold us. Because if it was up to the flesh, we would be through. We would have been gave up. We would have been quit. All right. Just even Yahushua said that the flesh is weak, but the spirit is indeed willing. For our light affliction, because when you think about it overall, what we go through is not light, but compared to the glory that's about to come, it is light. Okay. So going through hell right now to get everlasting life is a very light affliction. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, see, worketh for us a far more exceeding and external weight of glory, while we look at not the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. And that's what we are looking forward to. And that's why this thing is very humbling, because we are in a situation that only the Lord can get us out of. All right. So all you people that's playing games, you better seek ye out the Lord while he may be found. And shalom.